The highest aspiration of education reaches beyond learning and encompasses wisdom. Wisdom is the power upon which the learned person's eye must be fixed. Students at the University of Notre Dame do indeed have their eyes fixed on wisdom. They aspire to learn, to achieve the pinnacle of undergraduate study, to take part in a culture of excellence, all while recognizing that the attainment of knowledge is not just an end in itself. A Notre Dame education energizes future generations. It develops tomorrow's leaders, professionals, researchers, and teachers. A Notre Dame education means taking an active role in solving the problems of a complex world.
Notre Dame is probably the only university in the United States that takes seriously the Platonic triad of developing the mind, the body, and the soul. Notre Dame students are able to engage not just religious questions, but ultimate questions. These are off limits at some other institutions, but at Notre Dame, ultimate questions are front and center.
The culture of excellence at Notre Dame could be described as a multifaceted jewel. The substance itself is valuable, but the facets add depth of character and radiance. Undergraduates at Notre Dame find an abundance of opportunities to pursue research projects with faculty members. The Undergraduate Research Opportunity Program, called UROP, seeks out such opportunities for willing students. The Office of International Studies turns the world into a Notre Dame classroom.
Très bien. Elle viendra.
Nearly 40% of all Notre Dame undergraduates take part in one of the 40 programs offered in 20 different countries, one of the highest participation rates at any university.
And he's always trying to figure things out by reasoning.
Among the many honors opportunities available at Notre Dame, the Glynn Family Honors Program offers select students the best of two worlds.
It seems like a very radical doctrine, which I...
Philosophy professor Neil Delaney says it carries the benefits of a major research university and those of a small liberal arts college.
Do you want to go to a place like Stanford, or do you want to go to a place like Williams? They have totally different virtues. In other words, obviously, a major university has much more going on, but you're not the center of attention. Elite liberal arts college, you are the center of attention, but not nearly as much is going on. An honors program at a major university is the ideal combination of both of those.
The Glynn Family Honors Program integrates the study of the humanities and natural sciences through special seminars, honors courses, and a senior honors thesis.
Proteins bind to the DNA, but do not remain bound all the time.
Students in the Glynn Family Honors Program are chosen when they apply to Notre Dame. They begin their honors experience as soon as they set foot on campus and continue to participate through their senior year. The program guarantees each student at least one summer's worth of funded research, guided by a faculty advisor. Other students who seek a deeply challenging experience may receive an honors opportunity within the major they've chosen. These are called honors tracks.
Students who pursue a departmental honors track have been touched by a faculty member who was charismatic, who reached out to them, and that one-on-one contact gives them the idea of pursuing something extra, something special.
The role of the artist, the function that the artist plays.
Most departments in the College of Arts and Letters have an honors track of some kind, and all of them have three components. There is a selection process that might be based on grade point average or an application essay. There are special courses that students take in their major, and every honors track requires a senior thesis or capstone experience.
In many respects, it shadows the Great Gatsby.
It's an integrated experience across the years where they're given special opportunities that transcend the already deep and profound learning experiences available to every Notre Dame student.
These many facets of Notre Dame's culture of excellence enhance the undergraduate honors experience. They allow students to find ways to carve out their own path toward wisdom. Honors programs give students the freedom to choose topics that excite them personally and pursue questions or issues that engage them on their own terms. Michael Rossman is a senior in the Glynn Family Honors Program, majoring in Theology and Economics.
Most people are kind of perplexed when I tell them I'm a double major in Theology and Economics, though for me, I just decided to study two things I was really interested in, really passionate about, and it kind of makes sense in my head.
Alicia Cooper is a senior double major in Biology and Anthropology and is taking the Anthropology Honors track.
Within the honors track in the Anthropology department, there's the opportunity to take an extra methods course, and also you need to complete either a senior capstone course or a senior thesis. I elected to do the thesis because I've been working on a research project for the last few years, and I think that sort of putting it all together into one coherent body of writing will be a nice way to synthesize everything that I've done.
Alicia came to Notre Dame with a keen interest in biology, but developed a related curiosity about forensic science after she got here.
When I was investigating the forensics a little more heavily, I discovered that there's a whole field of forensic anthropology and that we have a world-class forensic anthropologist working in our department. And so I contacted Sue Sheridan and I started working with her almost right away.
This is the part of the job I like the most, no question about it, is working one-on-one with the undergraduates in the lab setting doing research.
The faculty that includes researchers competitive with the best researchers in the country have as their first love teaching of undergraduates.
You aren't just a number here. Chickens are given to a poor farmer in Tanzania in honor of Jenny, for example. You really are kind of considered a member of this Notre Dame family, and you can develop great friendships and meet faculty who are really interested in your learning and really care about you.
As a rule, it's almost as though the students at Notre Dame are almost all honor students. And so you have a terrific pool from which to draw. And so the culture of excellence allows you to expand a very good student pool into an even better student pool.
In recent years, Notre Dame has made a concerted effort to increase student awareness of grant opportunities like Fulbright, Rhodes, Marshall, Mitchell, and others that accelerate or deepen the academic process after graduation. Foreign study and honors courses increase the likelihood of a successful application for those programs. And so does first-rate undergraduate research.
In my genetics lab, we're doing a semester-long research project. And I'm also involved with a program on campus that's working to eliminate the disease elephantiasis from Haiti. My undergraduate research will be a little bit different because I guess you could say our lab is the country of Haiti.
I studied at Oxford University for a full year, and it was an unbelievable experience.
The benefits in the long run for the students doing research is they learn how to be a professional, in this case, anthropologist.
My thesis is on human mobility patterns of 3 skeletal communities in the Near East. I'm looking at the strontium content of human enamel, which is pretty specific, but it can tell you some very interesting things about where these individuals might have lived, where they ended up, and what they were doing in between. So it's neat.
The students working in my lab are asked to present their research at professional meetings, and where they're almost always mistaken for either young faculty members or graduate students, which is a wonderful ego boost for them.
They're doing what graduate students do as undergraduates.
Intellectually, it is among the most challenging and strengthening activities that a student can do.
What they achieve under the tutelage of our faculty mentors is really astounding.
Helga Shafran Huntley graduated from Notre Dame in 1999 as an honors student, and she epitomizes the kind of human impact that Notre Dame inspires.
We're subtracting a multiple or adding a multiple of this row.
Helga now has a doctorate, teaches at the University of Washington in Seattle, and does research on sea ice dynamics and global warming.
Hence, then our product is going to be 0.
But before she got where she is now, Helga worked in a much warmer climate. Inspired by an honors class in African literature at Notre Dame, she decided to do volunteer work after graduation in the South African country of Zambia. Helga worked with children in AIDS prevention programs, even started an orphan support network in the area where she worked. Then one day, a simple question from a little girl gave her a new mission to work on.
At one point I was doing this question and answer session and one of the children stood up and said, "So what if your parents have died of AIDS and your grandparents can't afford to send you to school, but your grades are really good and you want to continue, what can you do?" I was living with 2 other volunteers at the time. They said, "You know what? It's $10. Let's just pay her school fees for the year." And it means so little to us because $10, we skip going to a movie one night and we can send this girl to school for a year. And so we decided to set up a sponsorship program where we fundraise here in the United States the relatively small amounts of money that you need for school fees over in Zambia.
Helga grew the program, eventually merging it with an existing program called Deep Roots, which now also pays tuition fees for school children in Namibia, Guatemala, and Nepal. Giving something back. It's a concept vital to the culture of excellence at Notre Dame.
I've never seen a university where community service is as much a part of the society as is at Notre Dame.
Matthew Hedden graduated as a mathematics honors student in 2001. He also competed as a varsity swimmer all 4 years at Notre Dame and was team captain as a senior. Matthew has since earned a PhD from Columbia, done research work at Princeton in topology, and now teaches at MIT.
I am very thankful for where I am right now. I mean, most people wake up and I think they dread going to work, but that's not how it is. I mean, for me at all, I wake up and I think, I'm going to prove something today. I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to discover some new math.
So this triangle is sitting on top of this side.
Notre Dame certainly prepared me and to be in the position that I am right now.
Vivian Healy and Matthew Hedden are 8 years apart in life, but time and distance between them approach 0 in the classroom, and of all places, in the pool. Vivian is a freshman, but she's also on the varsity swim team at Notre Dame and an honors student.
I have a moral responsibility to give it to them.
Both things are something that I'm really committed to doing, and I love being in the honors program and I love being on the swim team, and so just by will, I'm able to juggle my schedule, be organized enough to get everything done.
The pursuit of wisdom.
The development of a human being is not just the intellectual aspect alone. It's the spiritual, the cultural, the social, that service aspect, the idea that we all have a moral obligation to give back.
No university in the country does a better job than Notre Dame in giving students such a wide array of opportunities to develop.
You really have a very potent combination that I think is second to none in the country.
The path to wisdom isn't easy, but the rewards to society are great. And the journey begins at Notre Dame.